I finished watching one of my favorite movies, Catch Me If You Can. If you haven't seen it, it's really good. It has Leonardo DiCaprio in it. And there are two turning points in the film that always have me sitting and reflecting over the relationship between a boy and his mom. And I'm just curious to know if you guys noticed the two parts of the movie that his character kind of lose his mind, basically. Both of the scenes are with his mother. So the first time is when he realizes that his mother is having an affair with his father's friend. And she's so calm about it. He's like in shock. Leonardo DiCaprio's character. So the mom actually, she kind of acts like it's not that big of a deal. You can tell she's flustered, and she gives him some money really quickly. And, he's just disgusted and insulted that, first of all, that's how she wants to deal with it, by just giving him some money. Second of all, that she is having sex with a man in their home, in the house, while his father is out. And he's just dumbfounded. His whole world just kind of comes to an end. I think that's what kickstarts his adventure. He pretends to be a pilot and just travels all around the world, and really, really awesome film. But he runs away from home after he finds his mother cheating. He actually can't deal with it. Like, he can't talk about it. He doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't want to think about it. He just literally creates an entire different persona, dissociates with the whole situation like it never happened. And so then he ends up doing so many things that the police are looking for him, so he's on the run and FBI is chasing him. And there are a lot of things to notice about the film, and there are a lot of things that other people pick up and things like that. And there are other elements that are really big and important. And if I'm not mistaken, it's a true story, so I'm sure there's a lot of going on. Even if that part of it isn't true, I'm not really even sure. That's not my point. But he's on the run. He's impersonating a pilot, then he impersonates a doctor, and I think something else along the way. But the FBI is chasing him, and he's just evading the authorities. And the divorce, he does talk to his father a couple of times, and he realizes that the mom wants a divorce, the father doesn't want a divorce, all this kind of stuff. So, but he just can't handle it. Emotionally, he can't handle it. So he creates a whole new persona. Authorities, they catch up with him sometimes, and Tom Hanks plays the FBI agent. They catch him, and then he escapes. It's like a cat and mouse game, trying to wear him down. And then he finds out where his mother is. On the run for so long, you can just imagine he just wants to see his mom. He approaches the house where his mother lives. He walks up to the window. He sees a little girl playing. Real conversation. But anyway, he spots his mother in the living room with the other man. Obviously, the mom had this daughter, and he sees his mom interacting with them. Look distraught. She doesn't look sad. She doesn't look worried. She doesn't look like she's lost anything. And could care less that she doesn't have a son anymore. Actually, from his perspective, she is perfectly happy without him in her emotional scene. When he sees his mother seemingly content in her life without him, new kid, new husband, like, next. Who cares about those other people? Loses his. Subsequently, this scene play out through the window. They're having a great little time in the living room, I think in front of the Christmas tree, like all this kind of thing. Here comes Tom Hanks and the cavalry. All the police cars pull up in front of the house. I mean, his acting is just phenomenal. He's so disgusted and just destroyed by what happened, by his mom's new life. He literally turns around and looks at the police and puts his hands in the air and says, "Take me." Like, police to take him, put him in the car, and take him to prison. He would rather go to prison. So his father is dead. His mother moved on. is so crushing to him. He turns around and he puts his hands up and he's like, put me in the car. Just get me out of here. Like, he wants to crawl out of his skin. So, of course, it's a movie. But every time I see the movie, think about all the little boys out there. And I know you might be wondering, like, so what's the point? It's just a movie. Who cares? Like, it's not that serious. But it is because it is that serious. Because if you knew the effects of a mother's behavior on her son, if you knew how many boys have gone to prison, have died, have fought at the bus stop, been dragged through the school because they boys twice their size, because people are ragging on them about their mother, what their mother's doing, how she's behaving, who she's entertaining. YouTube videos where little boys are telling their mother that their skirt is too short and she shouldn't be dressed like that, leaving the house, and everybody laughs and it's so funny, but it's really not funny, because little boys have a lot of pride in their moms. When they see you treating yourself like anything, it's painful. When they see men treating you like anything, it is extremely detrimental to their mental health. And it's a distraction from the things that they need to do in their life. A natural inclination to protect their mothers, their sisters, and, then eventually their daughters and things like that. And as women, when we insist on disrespecting ourselves outside the home, it really puts a burden on them. And it's embarrassing. It's humiliating. Like I said, boys have lost their lives, have lost their freedom. There are men right now doing life in prison because they were protecting their mom from some loser that she knew good and well that she shouldn't be dealing with and shouldn't have in her home and shouldn't have around her children, that she chose over her children in many occasions. And the damage is long lasting. We all talk about and understand in society how a boy's first love can make or break the rest of his relationships. Boys are sensitive, and when it comes to love, if they are let down or hurt or lied to or betrayed, even as young as 10, 11, 12 years old, their first little crush, we all know the effects that it can have on a man and how he treats women in the future. Just imagine the first female that disappoints him and basically destroys her image in front of him. Imagine that female being his mother. I mean, if your mother is not a respectable woman, nobody is. Like, who would be? Who can be? Is it possible? Like, people make decisions. Women become vulnerable. They do things that they regret, especially when it comes to men and sex and relationships and family and children. And it's not easy for women to make best decisions all the time. But I just feel like it's time for women to step up. How women are always saying men need to step up, step up, step up. I think it's time that women need to acknowledge that they also need to step up and just go back to how it used to be, where, moms were expected to be responsible, respectable, moral, for women to hold themselves accountable and hold each other accountable, and just remember that your behavior really, really, really affects your children. I just think things need to go back to the way that they were. I mean, is it working? This whole, I'm a woman, you can't tell me what to do, I'm strong, I do whatever I want, I have sex with whoever I want, I wear whatever I want, I have as many baby daddies as I want. It's not going well. It's not going well. It's not going well. He has decided that if a father wants his daughter to be a virgin, he's toxic. If a father is protective over his daughter and wants her to be choosy, not have children with men that don't love her, and is vocal about what she's wearing and things like that, he's toxic, he's horrible, he's the devil, he's this disgusting man. You are not going to tell me that your son is toxic coming out the womb with the same ideas, because a young boy has the same ideas in his mind that his mother should be respected and respectable. It is nature. There's nothing toxic about it. The worst thing you can say to a boy is, yo mama. Please tell me where's the lie. Women are out here damaging their sons forever because of their behavior, because of their insisting upon being free. My question to you is that working? Is the state of the female in Western civilization, is it working for you? Is it working for you? That's what I'm asking you.